Although Elizabeth Prentiss is best remembered as the author of the beloved book Stepping Heavenward, she also made a lasting contribution as a hymn writer. While her hymns were few in number, they were deeply loved, and one in particular, More Love to Thee, O Christ, continues to be sung around the world today. Elizabeth was born in Portland, Maine in 1818. She was the daughter of Dr. Edward Payson, a congregational preacher, remembered for his devout piety and spiritual influence. The Payson family had deep Puritan roots, producing generations of ministers. Yet, when Elizabeth was only 9, her father died, leaving her mother with 6 children to raise. Elizabeth inherited his fragile health along with his spiritual depth, and throughout her youth she endured severe headaches, insomnia, and repeated illness. Despite her fragile constitution, Elizabeth showed early gifts as both a teacher and a writer. After completing her education, she opened a small school and poured herself into the lives of her students. She often rewarded them by writing little stories, sowing the seeds of what would later become her published works. In 1845, she married Reverend George L. Prentiss, pastor of a church in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and later in New York City. Their marriage was marked by both joy and sorrow. They lost 2 children in infancy, an experience that weighed heavily on Elizabeth's tender spirit. Her journal records her grief in striking words. Empty hands, a worn-out body, and unutterable longings to flee from a world with so many sharp experiences. And in a poem, 1 child and 2 green graves are mine. This is God's gift to me, a bleeding, fainting, broken heart. This is my gift to thee. Yet even through these sorrows her faith deepened. She once wrote, I see now that to live for God, whether one is allowed ability to be actively useful or not, is a great thing, and that it is a wonderful mercy to be allowed to suffer, if thereby one can glorify Him. Elizabeth's life was one of consecration. She was a devoted wife and mother, a faithful partner in her husband's ministry, and a comfort to those around her. Her writings, shaped by her own experience of suffering, offer encouragement to countless others. She described holiness not as an abstract idea, but as living with Christ in every duty. It is praying and loving and being consecrated, but it is also doing kind deeds, speaking friendly words, and being in a crowd when we thirst to be alone. We can do nothing well unless we do it consciously for Christ. In 1851, the Prentiss family moved to New York, which remained their home. There, Elizabeth continued to write. Her novel, Stepping Heavenward, published in 1869, became her most enduring work. Written as the spiritual journal of a young woman, it vividly portrays the struggles, failures, and growth of a soul learning to walk with God. The book struck a deep chord, especially among women, and sold in the millions. It was translated into several languages and read widely across America and Europe. To this day, it remains a source of comfort and guidance, especially for women navigating the trials of faith and family life. But alongside her stories, Elizabeth wrote hymns, her most famous being More Love to Thee, O Christ. It captures her heart's longing for Christ above all else. More love to Thee, O Christ, more love to Thee. Hear Thou the prayer I make on bended knee. This is my earnest plea. More love to Thee, O Christ, more love to Thee. The hymn moves through life's joys and sorrows, teaching believers to welcome even grief and pain if they bring them closer to Christ. Its final stanza becomes a prayer for life's closing moments. Then shall my latest breath whisper Thy praise. This be the parting cry my heart shall raise. This still its prayer shall be, more love, O Christ, to Thee, more love to Thee. Elizabeth Prentiss's life was not easy, marked by her fragile health, the loss of children, and seasons of deep weariness. But through it all, she lived with a quiet consecration to Christ, finding in Him the strength to endure and the inspiration to write. She passed away unexpectedly on August 13th, 1878, while on summer holiday at her family's country home. Her legacy lives on in her writings and hymns. Through Stepping Heavenward, she continues to guide and comfort generations of women in their walk of faith. And through her hymn, More Love to Thee, O Christ, she gives the Church a timeless prayer, reminding us that true joy, whether in life or in death, is found in loving Christ above all.